Back here at Gore Hill Oval for the second quarter. And the margin is just 2 points in favour of the Giants. A little bit of spite there going into quarter time. Fitzgerald goes sideways to Lee Steer. They've had plenty of play. Lee Steer just decides not to kick it. Drops it in the case. Carruthers, oh, nice bounce back for him. Almost a bounce pass. And the kick eventually goes out of bounds. And they bring it wide. And not touched. Unforgiven. Empire throws it in. Comes now to Kosh. Tries to get the handball over, and in the end it was a fantastic handball. And going forward was Bashida. And the ball will trickle over the boundary line right in the mud. And someone's made a little bit of work for the local laundromat here at North Shore, with Middendorf's jumper getting the full treatment in the puddle. And Brassel trying to get the big punch forward. In the end, it's North Shore who go forward again. Wrapped up, couldn't get the hands clear. Shatcher was lurking, but it's Stroud for the Giants. And his kick's fantastic, finds Pedersen. Pedersen goes one way, comes back inside under a little bit of pressure. And his kick has landed fortuitously. And now it's in the arms of Levi Brain. And it'll be Brain. He'll have a shot on goal for the Giants. Pedersen's kick was in no way directed in that spot, but fortuitously landed for Brain. And he will have the first true shot on goal in the second quarter. Brain's kick is... trying to read the umpire there. Looked like he was going to give it a tick of approval. As the sun breaks through the clouds here at Gore Hill Oval. The current weather conditions are good, but the ground very heavy after some torrential downpours this morning. So the ball will be wet. Won't travel as far as it normally would. Pack forms now. Ball's there for Foster. His kick forward was a good one, and a good mark taken by Shatcher. Too far out to score. Now wants to go sideways. That kick was ordinary and puts his team under pressure. Luckily, was able to get the free kick. That there is McKenzie. McKenzie moves it now. Haddon's left boot inside. It's a fantastic kick and was right on target. Good work there from Doug Haddon. It'll be Charlie Parsons with a shot on goal. Parsons, money of the ruck work today. Now with a shot on goal. Nice looking kick off the boot. Can't bring it back, just a minor score. 2-2 now, the Bombers. They trail the Giants 2-4. It's Gore Hill Oval, one of the smaller grounds in Sydney, allows for that quick transference of play. Giants looking for Washington, pushing back there. Not really pushing too hard was Jack Lynch. In the end, he gets it. Dispossessed now. Had it in there. Washington for the Giants. Wrapped up at the bottom of the pack. I think it's Foster. Hard to see in there. Pedersen now. Carruthers just hands it off. Good one there to Saunders. The kick was smothered and it goes over the boundary line. Good intent on the football in the packs. Good decision by the boundary umpire too to just come in about 5 metres to make sure those balls go long. And the kick now off the boot of Bandy. Just scrubbing it forward. Plenty of players going back. Good mark taken from Kosh. Pushed back hard and was able to take the mark and relieve a little bit of pressure. Washington the target. He's beset upon by 3. In there, Vajavandi at the back of the pack. Also in there's Bandy. Bandy now to Vajavandi. The kick off the left boot's a good one. stays in and eventually goes over the boundary line, but the result a good one for North Shore. Trouble here on the sideline for, look, it's Foster in the arms of the trainers at the moment. Looks into being in a bit of pain. Was certainly under the bottom of that pack earlier. As the big thump comes forward off the umpire there was Bashida, and they moved it well now. They're on some bit of run. Kick comes. That was Johnston inside 50. Wason tracking back. He's done a good job so far, you'd have to say, on Fowler. And they're away. Fitzgerald. Oh, Haddon just... I don't think it is Haddon. Just need to attack the ball a little harder. And there was Hayres. Yeah, smoke from the barbecues wafts over our spot here. Fitzgerald was dispossessed. Umpire right there to see it. And he got round one, but couldn't get round the second. Headband, he popped a knock apparently Thursday night at training. See, nothing too serious, probably a little bit of claret. Now, I don't know about that kick. It's out into space. Not a lot of Giants players in the area. And tracking it back. Happy to see it over the boundary line. I think that's Middendorf, it is. And we'll have another boundary throw in. Ruckman certainly earning their cookies this afternoon. Lee Steer tries to knock it in his own advantage, but it goes towards, and the Giants have come away with it. Now, quick hands. Brain, his kick inside. I think it's gone all the way. Umpire's going to have a close look at it. He's going to give it, and it's through the large ones. And a great goal there from Brain. And James Brain played a bit of footy on this ground. Gets it through and opens the margin up. Now at 8 points. Seven minutes played in this second term. The Giants get the first one on the board. It's been a good battle from these two sides so far. The Giants just nudging their noses in front. Back in the middle, Brassel against Parsons. This one won by Brassel, but Carruthers there corralling. Fitzgerald will pick it, does swell. Gets through some traffic, shrubs it forward. Looking for a boundary line. That will be the best option. Getting back for the Giants was Lynch. And they clear the area. Carruthers again. Quite often see him around the fall of ball. The kick was a good one in the end to McKenzie inside. And McKenzie's kicked up and under. Makes his teammates do a little bit of work. That was Hayres there that just couldn't take the mark going back. And the Giants, dangerous kick, but works out. Robertson, the captain, comes now. Haddon in front. Free kicks coming. And he just rode the bump there, did Dougie Haddon. Happy to just get up, take his kick. Too far out to score. Sees an option. Almost brought down there, Sat Chacha. Lee Steer in there trying to bustle away. Garland dispossessed. In there, Brassel. Chacha again doing the tackling. And eventually it's Callum Johnston who's wrapped up with the ball. And we'll have the ball up inside 50 for the North Shore Bombers. 9 minutes played, second quarter. Big punch there. It's going to be a free kick, though. Shepherding the ruck, I think, will be the call. And a good vision there from the umpire. In fact, it's going to go the other way, which surprises me somewhat. And in the end, it's going to be a kick on goal from Charlie Parsons. Not quite sure what happened there. Players didn't seem to be arguing too hard when the umpire made the original decision, but Parsons just leans back on this one. Umpire does a little bit of work offline. Just behind, 2-3 now, the Bombers. As they've done most of the afternoon, a little kick to themselves out of the line, and pushing there was Stroud. In the end, probably did a very good job. Barjabani in the area as well was setting for the mark. And it's boundary throw in. Down now. Giovanni pushes through. Good handball out. Looking for, I think that was Adamson. In fact, McKenzie. And the ball's over the boundary line. We'll do it all again. Giants by 7. 10 minutes into this second quarter. Plenty of players around this ball. Trying to hack it out of the air. I think it was Lee Steer. And Ben Bow in there trying to bustle his way through. It falls. Couldn't get the handball away. That was Manly in there for the Bombers. Eventually the kick comes off the boot of Monk. No one home. And decision there by the Giants just to slow it down. Brassel waits for the ball, lets it bounce. Right on his hammer there was Jake Monk. Monk does 2 tackles, gets it clear. Comes off now of Manly, just a chip over the top. No one home again. And the handball comes, and the Giants are away. Now smother off the boot. Good work there. It was Fitzgerald. They're still in this, the Bombers. The handball up, ends in the hands of Stroud, and another turnover. Relieves a little bit of pressure. And the Giants. Pedersen. His kick's a good one, although having the track back was Farrelly. Now could get a free kick for in the back. Umpire says play on. Might have a closer look at that one. Now he wants it himself. Middendorf it was able to lock that one up. Carruthers at the fall of the ball, and the Bombers have got this one away again. A quick kick out of the pack. Balls to no one. Tracking it back. Lynch. Inside. Didn't quite hit the target. Brassel and Fitzgerald with a fantastic tackle. And Dale Fitzgerald, bit of pace and certainly put a great tackle on. He goes inside. Parsons the option. Couldn't bring it down. Plenty of numbers again for the Giants. And Pedersen, just the cool head, slows the ball down. And plenty of attack from the Bombers. They just can't finish off at the moment. Pedersen has to kick around and looks for the line. Doesn't get there. Murphy sends it back. Spots a target, but he's kicked it out of bounds. In fact, the umpire's going to say it was out of bounds before the kick. Don't know how it could be out of bounds there, but better position than I. Brassel with a big ride over the back of Lee Steer. Brassel, second tertiary knock forward. Washington lands nicely for him. Touch ball. Middendorf has to turn back on it. Turns around. Handballs. The umpire will say throw it in. Lee Steer with the handball, got it clear. Push forward now, the Bombers. Tracking it back there is Monk. He's an exciting player, is Jake Monk. The handball comes off. Shatcher goes inside. Now in the arms of Hayres. Hayres has a shot on goal. Slots it. Put that one down to Jake Monk. Fantastic work. The Bombers have got on the board. They reduce the margin, just a single point. Have a look here. Jake Monk gave it across. It was Saunders. Saunders goes inside to Hayres. And the kick on goal was a good one. And the Bombers get another one on the board. Back in the middle. Pressure now back on the Giants. They've answered most of the calls this afternoon. Pedersen couldn't find a handle. Murphy goes in with the big bump and dispossesses. Opportunity now again for the Bombers. Inside they go, and the kick's a good one. Monk again. Little bit of burst from Jake Monk. Too far out to score. Just treads water. Umpire says hurry up, and he does so now. Oh, the kick was a good one, but unable to be taken by Shatcher. And the ball goes out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in. Umpire throws this one in. And there's a free kick on the play. No, he's just going to call him back to throw it in again. That's an interesting call. Nothing wrong with the throw. I think it might have just been where he was throwing it. So, interesting. Ball comes at the back. Tracking it back there. That's Campbell, and he is tackled. Umpire says holding the ball. Jack Campbell. Now the Giants, normally so well composed coming out of defence, have been under a little bit of pressure this afternoon. Bombers have done well. Push out from a teammate. And they scrub it forward again, the Giants. Middendorf now does well to track that one back. Under pressure now. Wason holds feet. Now it's up to him. Two Giants there. Umpires said throw it in. It's gone over the boundary line. Good work from Middendorf. Just made sure the ball didn't get past him. And a free kick here is going to go against Farrelly, and Fitzgerald's away. Didn't see what it was for. Umpire must have been Boyce. Robertson does well. Meanwhile, ball's out of bounds. Hawkins with the football. Down the line, Middendorf flies, couldn't get it. Parsons in there as well. Good pick up. And the kick across goal is an interesting one. Strudwick decided to let it land. Tries to put the toe onto it. Now he's wrapped up, could be in trouble. Strudwick, umpire, close look at it. He was actually right on the wrong side of it. Pedersen, nice handball, feeds it through. That was good work. I think it's Parker that's kicked the goal. The late inclusion. And it was the handball from Pedersen that really set it up. And the Giants have got another one on the board. Look here, it's from the ball up. Just keep an eye out for Pedersen's quick handball through. He is nicely here. Just feeds it through to Parker. And the kick is a good one. Back in the middle. And the rain has started to fall again, so a nice time to have the lead. Giants inside 50, the kick just offline, and just the minor score. 3-3 plays 4-5. Bombers trail the Giants. Setting up for the zone defence. Where the Giants looking for Lee Steer. Does well to get in front, holds his body tight and takes the mark. Short kick looking for Haddon. He's got a bit of space. New options present, nothing really. Wants to go short, does so now. And mark taken. Adamson goes back to McKenzie. The kick, not a good one. Needs some assistance. Haddon's in there. Gets the handball, pops it over. Might get it back. Under some pressure now. And they've turned it over. In fact, fortuitously, it's come off the boot of Stroud. And they'll get another go at it, the Bombers. They go inside. Varjavani takes the one-hander on a wet day. Decides to go further afield. Fitzgerald from outside 50. Goes long. Has it got the legs? It certainly has. He's kicked it from 55. Fantastic goal there from Dale Fitzgerald. And the Bombers get one back. Good kick. It was under a bit of pressure. but under pressure he delivers. And the Bombers now reduce the margin back to 2 points. They still trail. Slight shower just passes over. There's plenty behind it. 4-3 plays 4-5. It's been a tight battle so far. Into time on in the second quarter. Carruthers couldn't find the handle, lays the tackle, and they have to move it on. The Giants now just trying to scrub this ball forward. Getting back is Lee Steer, great pickup. Gives it off to Adamson. Adamson on the left, tries to turn it around. 2-on-1 contest, and it's the one that wins out. Pushing it forward. That was Hawkins, and the ball will go out of bounds. Game's just lifted a little bit in the last couple of minutes. .21 minutes played, second quarter. Lee Steer off his hands. Try to go forward. Adamson tracking it back. Tries to get a quick handball away. Smothered off the hands. Now they just scrub it out. Strudwick in the area. Shatcher there as well. Kosh tracking back. Comes back to Shatcher. Shatcher goes inside on Strudwick again. They've worked it well, the Bombers. Looking slick. Has a free kick. No malice in that. Just had to go back on it. Ben Bow. And he goes inside. Oh, just waited for it. Waited too long. Good tackle from Lee Steer. Umpire's called a throw. And the intensity builds. Lee Steer looking for Carruthers. In fact, it's a 50-metre penalty now. The umpire's called it against the Giants. So Lee Steer will be kicking from inside 50. And he does mind a goal. And another one. So this will go all the way to the line. And this is a set shot from right on the line for Lee Steer, which came from a free kick 100 metres away. Cracks appearing in the Giants. Mark this one down, they'll get themselves back in front. And doesn't he like it? Plenty of talk around that contest, and the umpire said, I've had enough. And the double 50. Now it's the Bombers, 4 points ahead. The shadow of half-time. And for Sheridan to come back. Said, approaching half-time here, the Bombers get their noses back in front. Lee Steer doing the ruck work after kicking the goal. Up against Brassel. Been a good contest so far. Now it comes off. Pushing forward on some nice handballs there. The umpire's sent a free kick though. It's going to go to the Bombers. And they're away again. Hayres. Trying to work the ball back inside. They've got plenty of numbers, the Bombers. Adamson. Seen Haddon on this far wing. He's been roaming free most of the afternoon. Haddon goes to a 2-on-1. Shatcher in there. Robertson back for the Giants. Just turns, goes the other way. And gets them clear. Looking for Thgarland. Push back was good from Haddon. Made the contest. Fitzgerald now went in there hard and quite rightly pulled out. Haddon in there again trying to reflect the tackle. This one's locked up. The umpire will have to come in. 24.5 minutes played, second quarter. And it's been good football. Lee Steer just tries to caress the ball inside. Off the boot there of Brain, the outside kick. To his number's sake in Hayres. Pushing back. Now this is a trouble now. Fowler and Wason. Fowler leading the ball. Goes on the outside of the boot. Wants to slot it through Ronaldo style, and it's just tipped through. And a minor score. 30 plays 33. The margin 3 points in heading into half-time. Umpires called that a mark and comedy of errors. And they're away, the Bombers. Over the back of the pack, nice set well there for Saunders, couldn't get it, but able to track it back. On the left boot inside, in there is Parsons, couldn't take the mark. Could have been a free kick, the umpire says play on. Shows the ball, in trouble now, gets it to the boot. Lucky there for Robertson. Coming through is Lee Steer, and he's picked off behind the play. Umpire says that's okay, a little bit going on with Robertson. Strudwick in there, nothing really offered. Now Pedersen with the handball going backwards. They're looking for a way out, the Giants. They're under pressure now. Last 2 goals have been Bombers. Fitzgerald now with a big raking kick. Floater inside. Oh, not taking possession, but works out well. Stroud gets the ball. Fitzgerald and Benbow. Strudwick has given away the free kick. Starting to get into it now, the crowd. Manly calling for a 50-metre penalty. You don't get 50 for missing. They set again. They'd love to get another one, the Giants, before half-time. Oh, Lee Steer put the big mitts out, just didn't come enough to him. And it would have been a free kick against Wason there. He's throwing his body around in the packs. And they've got some space now. Oh, the quick, hurried kick from McKenzie out into space. And out of bounds will be a good result. What'll be better is if it just sits up nicely there. Campbell, and it does. Now there's a free kick. There's been a whistle blown far into the ground. It's going to be a Bombers kick just outside 50. And a little bit going on. I think it's... See, it is Parsons. It's the recipient. Goes to Strudwick. Strudwick looking for Fitzgerald. Has to track it back. And more unintentional there, but it's there. The Garland gets the free kick. Much to the crowd's displeasure. They come forward. This is Parker. And his kick just offline. Tracking back his Lee Steer. Will want to keep it in. Does so. Gets it off. Now they turn it over. Murphy's handball was under pressure. Lee Steer in there again. The umpire's saying, wow, the whistle's coming out every moment now. It was a little bit of a soft free kick to Lee Steer. But they'll take it. Middendorf. Goes across. Good enough in the end. Voyage. This is Hayres. Willing this to go into half-time with the lead are the Bombers. The kick through the middle is offline. Couldn't find Foster. Fitzgerald, he's done a ton of work. Could have been high. Umpire says play on. Murphy. Through the middle. And turnover comes. Under pressure, the Giants now. Usually so composed in their back line. The Bombers have been good. Haddon just applies the tackle. Spills free. Shatcher driving back. Could have given away the free kick. Kosh at the bottom of the pack. In there as well was Saunders. And it's come free. And the Bombers have got it again. Haddon, they'd love it. Late one now, the Bombers. Goes sideways. Couldn't quite find Monk. Comes Spill. He's still in this, is Monk. Wants to supply the Shepherd now. Manly with the left boot. Going inside, offline. And the Giants have it. Couldn't be long to go in this second quarter. Down the line, Washington tracking back Lee Steer. Well, he's been an absolute pillar for the Bombers this afternoon. Washington pushes it forward. Haddon leads the race to the ball. Gets there, picks it, falls, does very well. And the hurried kick, and Lee Steer makes sure they don't give up possession. Plenty of numbers around the ball. There's a real intensity about this football. They're playing for the Bendigo Bank Cup. And the siren sounds for half-time. And as we go into half-time, the margin is so slim. It's 3 points in favour of the Bombers. And no one really knows who's going to take this one out just yet. It's been a tough contest. And it's been pretty to watch. Half-time here at Gore Hill Oval. North Shore 5-3-33. They lead the Maly Warringah Giants 4-6-30. We'll take a short break and we'll come back. Make sure you keep with us here on AFL Sydney Live. This one's going to be a cracker. 3 points the margin. Half-time.
Get at him. Let's play with you, I think. Now getting shy. Doesn't want to show off his ability too much.
Oh, good day. It was strong, mate. What time is it, though?
Back here at Gore Hill Oval for the third quarter of this round 3 clash between North Shore and Maly Warringah. Playing for the Bendigo Bank Cup, and at the moment the story is the Bombers lead by 3 points at half-time. It's been a good tussle so far, really lifted in intensity late in that second quarter. And expect more fireworks in the third quarter as we set to get underway. Back in the middle. And Carruthers it is, straight out of the middle. They get the clearance, the Bombers. They go forward again. The weather's holding out nicely for this game. And it's Monk that couldn't find the handle. Goes over the boundary line. As I said, plenty of downpour earlier this morning, but the weather just holding out, which is allowing for some good football to be played. Stroud on the left, goes inside. Adamson tracks it back. Lee Steer just rides the bump. Haddon gives it across, back to Adamson. Now Middendorf. His kick to the forward 50. Over the back, Pedersen mops up for the Giants. Out into some space now. It was Brain. And his kick towards, looking for Fowler. Fowler and Waston. You've got to say that Waston's had the better of it today, but the delivery into Fowler has not been great so far. Hasn't really been able to find the form he had last week. Kicked 8 against Pennant Hills. 15, the umpire will call play on here. Dispossessed. In there was Mackenzie. Brothers lurking. This is Farrelly for the Giants, and the umpire will ball it up. It's not for the wet ground. Perfect for conditions this afternoon. No real breeze to speak of. Could have been high. Umpire says play on. Robertson running back with the ball now. Just needs to find a handle. Does so. Little kick inside. Couldn't get much purchase on it. Pedersen ends up with it. Throws it on the left. Going forward. Looking for Fowler. Comes back. Kilpatrick with the left boot. Has hit the post. Marching back to 2 points. And a good contest all around the ground so far this afternoon. Bombers surprising a few. And if they can go on with it, it will be a good hit out for the local side. Bendigo Bank Cup obviously on offer this afternoon. Currently being held by Manly, and that's a push out against Kosh. He's damaging self this afternoon, Kosh. Usually so strong off half back. Go forward again. Good work there again from Lee Steer. Has to be best on ground so far. The kick goes in, looking for Monk. Does it sit up? He can come back if he wants to. Might get the free kick. Umpire says play on. Pushing back is Brassel. And they get out of trouble, the Giants. But not too far. Oh, good work by Brain. Just gets rid of his opponent. Robertson goes up the line, just trying to find some space. Washington tracking back. Murphy was good. Got it back to Voyage. Happy to go backwards to go forward. Middendorf now. His kick has gone back to Murphy. Sun streaks through now. Stroud for the Giants. Strudwick in there applying the tackle. Kosh with the pickup. He's set upon by 2. Bransgrove was 1. And of course the other, Carruthers, applying in another tackle. Brassel wins this ruck. The kick smothered off the boot. Gets it forward again off the fist of Brassel this time. Could have been holding the man there. The umpire didn't see it. And Wason, in fact, it's not Wason, there it's Manly. But they've turned it over with a kick out of bounds on the full. Pedersen. Pedersen now looking for options forward. Fowler presents now. Good work there on that occasion. I think it was Foster just chopped off his run. Pedersen now goes back, top of the square. Big fly! Couldn't bring it down. Comes to the fall of the ball. Umpire says it's good. And it's off the boot of Kilpatrick. And they've got one back and they've got their noses in front. Another look at it. It was Pedersen who took him on. Threw it to the top of the square. The big fly came. 2 flew. At least here became the step ladder for 2. Kilpatrick fall of the ball, throws it on the left and kicks truly. And it's a good goal to Manly. Back in the middle. Giants by 2. Carruthers at the fall of the ball. Gets it going forward. Pedersen starting to stamp his approval on this game. Lee Steer trying to track it back. Couldn't bring it down. Still affects the disposal. Wrapped up there was Brain. And the umpire will ball it up. Brassel up against Parsons. Carruthers got the free kick, pushing the back. And the umpire says play on. They're away, the Bombers. Good attack on the football. And they're away again. Now Manly. Robertson tracking this one back. Right on his hammer is McKenzie. Overruns it, goes back inside, does Robertson. Looking for Washington, couldn't get there. Now it's with Fowler. Wason with the work to do, does it well. Manly goes back and affects the tackle. Umpire will have a close look, says I'll have it, and we'll have a ball up. It's good from Wason. And let his direct opponent in Braden Flower get around. Be aware of him just lurking at the back of the pack. Here he is now, trying to push back on it, couldn't get there. And it was a good kick under pressure from Adamson. In fact, it's not. Well, touched off the boot. So, yeah, the result was good. We'll have a boundary throw in far side here of Gore Hill Oval. Right in front of the Bendigo Bank sign. Parsons and Brassel. It's been a good battle between those two. Parsons gets the better of it. Just pushes it down. Need to get the ball going forward. Robertson in there. Pedersen with a quick kick. Goes forward and back there for the Bombers is Lee Steer. It's been a good pickup. And it's certainly been very handy this afternoon. Selby Lee Steer. Kick just didn't get the required journey. Robertson with a nice pickup. They've worked this well, the Giants. Attacking again. The ball going inside 50. Plenty of players fall the ball. Washington tries to juggle it forward and back. Third Garland dispossessed by Strudwick. Murphy in there as well, as is Haddon. He's wrapped up. Good tackle applied by Kilpatrick. And the umpire will have another one. It's fairly willing around the football at the moment. Lee Steer to do the ruck work for the Bombers. And unopposed, they get the ball going forward. And tracking back. Here's Kosh. Kicks to the pocket of the 50. And the ball goes over the boundary line. Eight minutes played, third term. Lee Steer gets the run at it, couldn't take possession. Strudwick at the bottom of the pack. They get it going forward now, the Giants. And good attack on the football. That was Brain. They come forward again, and a quick kick off the boot. Gone through the large ones. They've got another one, the Giants. Done all the scoring so far this quarter. Quick look at it. Ball. Brain, he got it going forward, and just a quick kick off the boot, goes straight through the middle, and they're happy with that. Back in the middle now. And it's the Giants again going forward. Starting to find a little bit of form now. For the ball, that is Brain, right boot, nice goal. We've got 2 in a row. The margin out to 16 points all of a sudden. And the goal from James Brain was a good one. The ball comes in forward. Back there, Manly for the Bombers couldn't take possession. Brain with a fall of ball just throws on the right boot and gets another goal. 16 points to the margin all of a sudden. The Maly Warringah Giants are in front. Robertson trying to crash the pack this time, couldn't do so. In there, Brassel trying to get the ball going through. Carruthers just ducks under his arm. Gets the ball out into space. That's a free kick. The umpires hadn't seen it. Had to be a free kick. Murphy goes backwards. Lee Steer with about kick number 34. Out there is Parsons as well for the Bombers. Going to get a bit dark here at the moment. I can suspect we're going to have some more rain soon, and that little 16-point lead could be very handy for the Giants. In fact, the rain's starting to fall now. Very dark. You get the sense that it was going to come any moment. And here it comes, and it's heavy. This will change the face of the game. It's going to be hard to score goals now. Ben Bow already trying to find it hard to go the other way. This is Bransgrove. Nice little handball off, but a good attack on the football. Umpire's going to have a close look at it. It is in the back. Cross field now. Brain. Not Brains. Hayres. Strudwick with the ball. Strudwick taking plenty of time. Too far out to score, you'd think, especially on a wet day. Not going to travel the journey with this rain falling. Gives it every opportunity. Rolls it out. Off hands. And just trying to score. Margin back to 15. And again, the Giants. A little kick to himself. And then out, trying to clear the 50-metre mark. Good mark in these conditions. That's the Garland. The rain really starts to fall now. Pushing back nicely. Brain's kick. Found a target. And moving it well now, the Giants. Inside 50. Tracking it back is Murphy. Right on his hammer. Could have been free kick. Contact below the knees. In fact, it is. It goes to a pack. Once again, it's the Giants at the fall of the ball. Kick inside 50. Scrubbing thing. It's going to hit the deck. It's going to skid now. And out it comes. Pedersen, that was Foster. Now Carruthers. His handball, just a kick. No. Strudwick's kick now out of defence. And the boundary line will win out here. And the boundary throw in. The rain really starting to fall now. And the wind has picked up considerably. Goes forward. Stroud with the ball. Drives it back inside for the Giants. Zach Manly. His kick to Wason. Wason's under pressure. Has to get rid of it. Does so. Tracking it back there was Brain. He's dispossessed. The umpires say unfairly. And a little bit to go on with. Fowler and Wason trying to sort things out. See with the wind, the rainfall now, the wind going from right to left, it appears at the moment. Brain plays on, gets around Manly. Has a shot on goal now. Looks good off the boot. Umpire tracks it back. I think he's got it. He has. And another one on the board for Maly Warringah. And it's starting to get difficult now for the Bombers. The margin out to 21 points. In the middle. And the Giants really putting some scoreboard pressure on now. They go forward again. Loose man in defence for North Shore. Drives them forward. Brunsgrove there overruns it. And good work in the form of Weir. Gets them going forward again. Into the top of the square. In fact, it might bounce. In fact, it's gone across the face of goal for a minor score. No, umpires. Whoa. Well, the umpires called him behind. I reckon that probably hit the point post. It was his first reaction too. Some space out here now. It's very hard to set up a zone defence in these conditions. The ground is very wet. And over the back it goes. Good tackle applied by Monk. In fact, the umpire's going to say it's not. And a free kick goes to the Giants. They've had all the play so far in this third quarter. Bunkle drives them forward again. Kilpatrick with the run at it. Couldn't quite pick it up. Robertson applies the bump onto Washington, his own player. Now with Fowler. Wason right there for him. And this one will be wrapped up. The umpire will have to come in and ball it up. 16 minutes played, third term. All the scoring so far in this quarter has been with the Giants. Work ahead of them now, the North Shore Bombers. Kick off the boot of Johnston. Inside. Hawkins couldn't turn that. Umpire's going to have a close look, but no, once again, he'll come in and ball it up. Need to find something here, the Bombers. Lee Steer, been quite third. Garland on the end of that one. His kick goes forward offline. Minor score. With all the pressure coming from the Maly Warringah side. Adamson with the kick out. Coming to this near side, the Bombers. Plenty of players around this. Oh, Mark almost taken there by Pearson. It's his own player that probably touched it. Now Kilpatrick on the left boot. That's a sensational goal. Hit the pack hard, threw it on the left boot, and it sailed through the middle. And it's starting to get ugly here at Gore Hill Oval. So the kick comes out. The pack forms. It was Robertson there and Pearson who struggled for it, but Kilpatrick just comes through with pace. Left boot, Lachlan Kilpatrick, beautifully measured. And straight through the middle. Rain really sets in now. I said a few moments ago, it's going to be hard to score goals in these conditions, but I really should preface that by saying it's probably going to be hard for North Shore to score goals because Manly have found the big sticks quite easily since the rain set in. Umpire has found something. It's going to go to North Shores. The umpire well off the ball. And Strudwick, I think it is, with the ball. We've got all seasons here this afternoon. That one's gone straight through the arms there of Hayres. Comes through again. And then the kick, Fitzgerald also in there. It's weird for the Giants. They've done this well. Vajavani tries to thread the needle. Couldn't get it through. They converge. Nothing coming out of that pack. And all up right in front of the Manly coaching staff. We've opted for the umbrellas. 90 minutes played, third quarter. Lee Steer, his influence on this game has really been shut down in this third quarter. And the ball trips over the boundary line. Multitude of players around this contest, and the ball spills free. Haddon tracks it back, slipping and sliding everywhere now, all players, and this one will be wrapped up again, and we'll have another ball up. Lee Steer from the back, trying to get the Bombers going forward. And another ball up. Rain really setting in and making this ground even heavier. There was plenty of rain earlier, and the downpour there has just added fuel to the fire. Edison trying to find a way clear. Gets the ball going forward. Now Robertson off the deck. That's the menu this afternoon. Just get it going forward. And the kick around the corner. Well, the Childers one. And the Bombers, a rare possession. Nothing on offer, so he just kicks it long. Back of the pack. Ben Bow sets himself. Couldn't find it. Monk coming through. Strudwick tries to go off the deck. Couldn't find it. Comes back to Zach Manley on the left boot. Couldn't go forward again. Gets it back. Dispossessed again. And wrapped up in the tackle. Coming for Parsons. Just hands it off to Manley. His third kick in as many seconds. Middendorf trying to kill Patrick. He gets it out and clear. Stroud running onto it. Fitzgerald right on his hammer. And he's worked it well there. He sort of feigned that it was going to go over. And Stroud's got the ball. Fantastic work there by David Stroud. Going forward again. Wason has to track this one back. Has it got the legs? Wason's right there. And just settles it down. Although the kick to Haddon wasn't a good one. And he's wrapped up in the tackle. Umpire says play on. Washington tries to go back with the left boot off the ground. And the ball goes over the boundary line. So a little bit of brilliance on the far side by David Stroud. He almost got rid of Dale Fitzgerald by faking the ball was going to go over the boundary line and put it back. So the Giants back in control again. A lot of work to do now, the Bombers. Parsons under pressure from Fowler. Troubles him out. There's two Manly players going at it there. And it's Farrelly that neither Manly player was going to relinquish. They both wanted the goal. Up it comes. Plenty around this. The Garland lurking. Applies the tackle now. Haddon could be a free kick in the back. Umpire says throw it in.
Hey, talking, Lynchy. Set him up, Lynchy. Get into his bunker.
Washington doing the ruck work. Up against Parsons. Parsons wins out. Comes to the fall of the ball. Not a bad option to put a smaller player there. The ruck's really not going to give you much advantage. Throw in again. Trying to get the ball out of there is Saunders. Up and under. Ugly football at the moment. See that yourselves. And the umpire's found a free kick. It's going to go to the Bombers. Fitzgerald will be the recipient. Now it's going to come back. On the side. Brownsgrove, the target, also out there. Got Campbell wearing the 21. It's sunshine, and right now it's just miserable drizzle, which is really slowing the football down. Had that one in again. Had struggled a little bit, the boundary umpire this afternoon. Wet conditions. Russell, nice little punch down, trying to find Robertson. In there also is Haddon. Campbell, his kick smothered. And jump on it again. The umpire will have to sort this one out. Central umpire, I think he just waited around to see the ball go over the boundary line. Parsons trying to drop it down to his feet. And it's the Giants who pick it up. Go forward again. In Farrelly now tracking it back. Good pick up. Good composure to come back. Trying to put it back into the hot spot. Falls at the back of the pack. And there's McKenzie. His kick is going to put his player under pressure. And Washington's taken the mark. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal. An interesting mark. The kick was all of 15.1. Washington swings around, gives himself a little bit of space. The kick's not a bad one, hasn't got the journey. Comes down, Wason gets the handball away. It's an interesting one, he got the initial handball, then swatted it out of the air. Now Monk is ragdolled by Benbow, and this will fire up.
Oi, pull him out, Monk! Pull him out, Monk!
Umpire's keen to get this going. In fact, he's going to give the ball to just the closest bloke. He doesn't even care if it's Monk that takes it. And it all comes down the line and over the boundary line. So just an example of a little bit of the feeling that's in this game. The Bombers trail by 29 points. There's not long to go in the quarter. And they'll need to do some work to get themselves back in this game. At the moment, the Bendigo Bank Cup stays firmly on the peninsula. What can the Bombers do? They need to get the ball going forward. Haddon does so. On the left boot. Oh, good mark taken. And it's Lee Steer popping his head up again. He's been quiet this quarter. Wants to go to the hot spot. Does so. Plenty of Giants around this. Tackles applied. Could have been a throw. Umpire says no. Gives him a little bit of leniency in the wet. Coming away with it. Here's Lynch as the siren sounds for three-quarter time here at Gore Hill Oval. And it's a quarter dominated by the Maly Warringah Giants. They trailed it at half-time by 3 points. They go into the final break here at Gore Hill. 29 points in front. The Bombers 5-4-34. The Maly Warringah Giants 9-9-63. It's 29 points to margin. It's all in front of the Bombers. We'll take a break for three-quarter time and join us back here, and we'll see if the Bombers can get their heads in front and try and get their hands on that Bendigo Bank Cup. 29 points to margin, three-quarter time.
What's the score? Liv? What's the score?
Melbourne Football Club.
What's the score?
That's one of those rare hats.
All set here at Gore Hill Oval for the final quarter. And it was a game that was so close up to half-time, but that third quarter, Manly stamped their authority on the game. And they currently lead by 29 points as we head into this final quarter. Ball in front of the Bombers. They've got some work to do. But no tougher side than Manly. To try and get your noses back in front. Just wait for the ground to clear. One thing that has cleared is the rain. It's just gone back to a mist at the moment. All set, final quarter, Gore Hill. It's the Giants by 29. It's going to be ugly football as the ground is very, very heavy. As are the legs. In there, Carruthers trying to muscle his way through. Strudwick has a hack out of the air, couldn't get it going forward. Pedersen, his kick smothered off the boot. Out into some space now. There, McKenzie for the Bombers, slipping over everywhere. Stroud, well, he's been pushed in the back. And we'll get the free kick. It's against Murphy. Stroud's kick looking for Washington. And it goes over the boundary line. Well, he's steering the ruck for the Bombers. And it's wrapped up again. It's going to be hard to peg back the margin. They need at least 5 goals, the Bombers. That was what the Giants kicked in that third quarter. Carruthers gets it going forward. Bransgrove off his hand. Kosh at the back. Now with Parsons. Gets it back. It's locked up again. Kosh is in there as well, the bottom of the pack. He's beset upon by 2 Bombers. And the umpire says holding the ball. I think that's more a case of let's stop these stoppages rather than it actually being the free kick. Anyway, Charlie Parsons with the ball. Handball's wide. I don't know what that was. He had 2 players, one standing 5 metres away from him. He handballed in the middle of both of them. And Kosh has taken a strong mark. But the free kick is going to go the other way. And that should be 50.
Should be 50!
Manly pleading his case. Zach Manley playing for North Shore against Manly. See where some confusion lies, but Zach Manley now the free kick from the contest. Goes short off hands. Now, can't be pretty with it, the Bombers. They just need to get it going towards goal. And Adamson couldn't handle it. It's gone over the boundary line. It comes, and as quickly as it comes in, it's wrapped up. North Shore playing extra man behind play in the form of Lachlan Hayres. Of course, the trade-off of that is Manly will have one free in their defensive half. Stroud out of the footy. Stop it from going over the boundary line. We'll have another boundary throw in. Boundary umpire. Been under the pump all afternoon. Coming 10 metres now. Giving himself some space. It's almost a ball up. And go again. And he's going to have to do it again. Nice Radox bath waiting the boundary umpire this afternoon. They steer in the ruck at the moment, trying to find a way through. Carruthers, oh well, he just ran into traffic. Pedersen just needed to wrap his arms around. He could have had him holding the ball. Had him. Now they're going backwards. Sherrill tries to turn him around. A big up and under. They'll converge. Ben Bowd has a good run at it. Couldn't bring it in. Good attack on the football again from Brain. Trying to bust through the pack. Pedersen picks it up. Gets around one. Luckily gets it on his thing and giving away the free kicks, Fitzgerald. Oh, and the rubber legs are out. They could... AFL match review panel have a look at that for a little bit of staging. Pedersen will get the kick. Comes down. Haddon sets himself, goes up against. Couldn't bring it down. In there at the bottom of the pack. They're trying to work hard, trying to get this ball into some space. And the Giants are pushing forward, and Bransgrove tracks the ball back over the boundary line. 5 minutes played. Time not on the Bombers' side at the moment. Need to find an avenue to goal. Lee Steer's been so good for them this afternoon. But he's not going to kick goals from the ruck. Something that turned up this afternoon and thought Gore Hill was looking fantastic. It was green, it was lush. And this afternoon it's getting ripped apart as Lee Steer gets the free kick. Helicopter punt going forward. And good attack on the football by Weir. His kick inside. It's all Bombers at the back. That's the extra player down there, James Brain. Comes wide. Ugly kick. And onto it now is Farrelly. Toying with the boundary line. Goes under. And well, it's the old dribble kick. Spoken so much about. Couldn't get it through on that occasion. And almost a turnover. Carruthers corralled. Gets the ball clear. And there's Bandy. Trying to find something. It's not pretty to watch. But you can see the effort that the boys are putting in. The free kick's going to come. It'll be McKenzie. Call was spread, but the just legs aren't strong enough at the moment to get the space. Inside, Kilpatrick lays the tackle, holding the man, the umpire said. And it'll be a Bombers free kick. Come back to Daniel Shatcher. Shatcher's kick comes sideways, McKenzie. Handball on, Strudwick. His kick's an ugly one, won't win awards with that one. And the turnover, Giants. Seven minutes played. It's been tough, wet weather football. Robertson troubled out of it. Carruthers trying to do it at pace. And Pedersen at the bottom of the pack. Plenty of players throwing their bodies through. A bit proppy there was Jack Hawkins at the back there, but another ball up. 34 plays 64, margin 30 points. And just can't seem to find a way through Carruthers. Well, he's slapped down onto the artificial turf. And it's balled up again. Umpire has no option. Here comes Manly. Get the quick kick away. And then it was Shatcher who just dropped it on the boot. And dribbles forward. McKenzie, he's troubled out of it. The umpire says wrongly. And it'll come back for a kick to McKenzie. They need a goal. They need it quickly, the Bombers. Plenty of players streaming back. It's going to be hard to get clean football here. Just drives it long over the back of Lee Steer. In there, Vajavandi couldn't get it. In there also Parsons for the Bombers. Wrapped up his Ben Bow at the bottom of this pack. And we'll have another ball up. They need the goal. They need to lock it in. And at the back of the pack, too easy for the Giants. They come away with it. Carruthers trying to get his body in front, and he does well to get that ball over the line. And we'll have a boundary throw in. 9 minutes played. It'll be a short quarter. Not a lot of scoring in this final term. For Garland. Just scrubs it forward. Oh! Fairly, says the umpire. Play on. Troubled out of it was Farrelly. And the kick off the boot of Johnston. Forward again now. Falls for Fowler. That's not his best kick. And hasn't been the dominant performance we saw last week from Braden Fowler. Fitzgerald with the footy. Goes short. James Brain, the extra man in defence. His kick to Murphy. Trying to spread the ball wide. Nothing on offer. Murphy's kick is ugly. Puts Haddon under all sorts of pressure. Lee Steer in the ruck. Gets it down. Attack on the football by the Giants has been good. Handball out. Arms there of Campbell, and the ball trickles over the boundary line. 5-4 plays 9-10. 10.5 played, final term. The ball there, Chris Bandy is wrapped up, held onto it. The umpire will have a close look at it. He sets himself, he fires, holding the ball. Manly kick. It comes in quickly. Leading there was Washington, couldn't hold the ball. It's like a cake of soap. Pedersen, just a little kick off the boot. Goes again. And the umpire's going to say throw this one in, much to the disgust of many of the Manly players out there who are claiming a out of bounds intentionally. Steer with a big fist. He just can't get the ball going their way. Off the boot. I think that's Kilpatrick. Minor score. The score of the final term. Time running out for the Bombers. The kick has fallen short. Their Brain, he's picking up a lot of possessions in that +1 roll behind, and the pressure too much. It'll be a Manly kick out of bounds on the full. McDonald with the football. Top of the square. Where are the Crummers? They don't need them. I think Lee Steer almost pulled that one in. In the end, stands up over it, and we'll have the ball up. Washington and Lee Steer doing the ruck in the forward line for the Giants. Comes back out. Just can't seem to find some clear space. The kick there off the boot of Weir goes forward. Wason had it, lost it, knocked it forward. Fitzgerald off the deck. Bransgrove couldn't find it. The kick comes back in off the Giants' boot. Haddon tried to get the one at the back of the pack. Trickles forward. Wason with the saving mark. A touch off the line, sorry, and it goes over for another minor score. 34 plays 66. 32 points in favour of the Manly Warringah Giants. 13-minute mark, final term. And Lee Steer takes a very strong chest mark. Plays on, didn't realise had a player behind him in the form of Callum Johnston. And Johnson just wraps him up and now wants to move the ball quickly. There's an option outside. And the turnover comes again. Now with Michael Voyage. Voyage was wide. Oh, the mark by Brain dropped. Pushed forward. It's Adamson. Adamson's kick. Comes back to McKenzie. Moved the ball down the far side, the Bombers. Looking for an option, but couldn't get there. Ben Bow was so good in that first term. Now Pedersen. Handball up, just a scrubby kick, get it out of here, he says. And on it, Haddon, runs into a brick wall. Good pickup. That there's Vajavandi, has a shot on goal. Can they get one? They get one back. The Bombers, they're not done yet. Vajavandi gets the goal. The margin back to 26 points. Giovanni's roving in the pack. There's the margin, 26 points here at Gore Hill Oval. There is 4.5 minutes played.
Let's go.
There's time. They need quick goals. They need them straight out of the middle. Lee Steer back on the ball. And Ben Bow seems to be the spare man in defence. Oh, good work there by Zach Manley. Got strong. Couldn't take the mark, but made sure it wasn't a turnover. Comes forward. In there again is Zach Manley. Oh, it's Carruthers. Gets it off. And running out of space was Jack Campbell. Boundary throw in. Adam looks like he's been split. See the bottom corner of your screen there. Pulls out the white tape, strap it up, hold it all together with sticky tape. Carruthers tries to get it through. See there. Catch up. And almost going to take it out of the ruck there, at least there, I think. And there's an option. It's in the face. Now they're away. Robertson. Nice looking kick. Looking for Fowler. Umpire's going to pay it. There's plenty of ground assistance in that. And he chips it over the top. Getting back was good from Fitzgerald. And the ball's over the boundary line. Over 16 minutes played, final term. Robertson and his kick. Can find the way through. Time running out for the Bombers. They led at half-time by 3 points. Strudwick's hit hard, and he's down. Concern. You'd be right. Oh, it's just all for a blood rule. Could be just an indecent exposure rule. Just don't make them like they used to. It's the ball deep in the forward line for the Giants. Hands over the boundary line. 17 and a half. Lee Steers ruck work. It's been the standout this afternoon for the Bombers. Just couldn't continue his influence in that third term. Work there from Pearson for the Giants. Ruck in. Giovanni tries to find a way through. Carruthers couldn't find a way through. And he wrapped up. Donald in there for the Giants. He's unhappy with his treatment. In fact, he's so unhappy with his treatment, he's going to get a free kick from it. The umpires picked that out right at the end. And it'll be McDonald who'll have a shot on goal. And this would be the end of the Bombers. McDonald's kick is a scrubbing kick going forward, and it's gone out of bounds on the full. Won't make the highlights reel, that one. And the kick comes over. No, the umpire's not happy with how it was kicked, so it'll come back. 19 minutes played, final term. It's Giants by 26 North Shore, the only goal scorers in this final term. There's only been the one goal scored. It was always going to get ugly once that rain came through. And it definitely did. Bombers up and under. Wason will set himself for this one, but a good mark taken by Kosh. Plays on quickly. Kick smothered. Free kick. High contact. And it'll be Pedersen trying to milk the 50-metre penalty there too. Turns his back when the ball's being thrown at him. Pedersen's kick, a low one, inside 50. Carruthers took one high. And Bandy was just quickly kicked it out. And the mark taken by Lee Steer. Plenty of it this afternoon. And another free kick to the Bombers. But no, he changed his mind. The umpire didn't change his mind, just signalled the wrong way. Popped up, and Machado was a little crude in the way he got rid of his opponent. The umpire saw it and agreed. Now, go forward again. 20 and a half played in this final term. Really not a lot in this last term to write home about. But it was all done in the third quarter. It's interesting ruck work by Brassel, trying to invent something there. It was all done in that third term by the Giants. They really stepped it up and put 5 on the board. And that's going to be the margin. It's 3 points in favour of the Demons. Sorry, completely confused here. The Bombers at half-time. And they turned it around, the reigning premiers. And they will maintain the Bendigo Bank Cup. And bragging rights in north of Sydney. Pushing forward now, Kilpatrick. Couldn't quite find the handle. Got it going forward. Has to now fight for it. Good work there by the Bombers' defence. Haddon's back there. All tapped up, ready to go. And just trying to find a way out, the Bombers. Nothing forthcoming. Voyage gets it in. Carruthers gets it off the deck now. Puts on the afterburners. Gives it through the middle. The handball offline. And the turnover coming. Brain tries to give the nice pretty one off to Wason, who'd overrun it. Fowler's in there, lays the tackle. Hasn't had classic full forward day today, has Braden Fowler. Just the one goal. And some tired bodies fighting this one out at the moment. Oh, heavy hit there on Haddon. He gets back up. Kosh wrapped up by 3 and mauled over the line. They'll meet again in 2014, these two teams, and the Bendigo Bank Cup will be on the line again. But on this occasion, it's going to be the Giants to take home the silverware. It's the first home game here this afternoon for North Shore. Unfortunately, they can't open their home season off with a win. As we speak, Pedersen has got the free kick. And tries to go inboard, but the umpire says no, so he'll have no option now but to have a shot on goal. Pedersen soaks up a bit of time. There's a whistle and played. He's gone over the mark. Well, that's unforgivable from Fitzgerald. The umpire had plenty of time to set it, and he stands there bemused. The umpire was very clear, and he was ready to blow the whistle. Now, the 50-metre penalty means that Pedersen will kick the goal. He won't. Well, this has become a bit of a joke at the moment. Pedersen tries to play on. Time's off. He's got to go back now. And from right in front, going to the second goal of the quarter. But it will ensure that the Maly Warringah Giants get the 4 points and the Bendigo Bank Cup here at Gore Hill. Tough afternoon football. We've had sunshine, we've had plenty of rain. The ball's been wet and the football suffered. But all credit goes to Maly Warringah. They continue their unbeaten run of 2014 and maintain their strong defence of their premiership title. Free kick. It's a change of jumper there. As they come forward, running onto it now, Shatcher couldn't find the ball onto his foot. Kicks it inside. Plenty of Maly Warringah's. Kosh strong at the football. Tries to get it clear. Manly there for the Bombers. And the ball comes out. Tracking it back, Haddon, taped up. Turns around, finds a little opening. Goes towards home. And Brassel couldn't take the mark. Trickles over for a minor score. 25.5 played. Final term, can't be long to go. Johnson tracks this one back. Was it touched off the boot? It wasn't. Should be a kick to North Shore. The umpire wants to check. In fact, the boundary umpire is saying it was touched. And a boundary throw in. Hacked off the air. Into the air there. And the siren sounds. And it was an uneventful final term. It was all done in the third quarter for the Giants. And they wrap up this round 3 clash with North Shore, running away 31-point winners over the Bombers. It was 6-5-41 North Shore. The Giants, Maly Warringah, 10-12-72. The margin 31 points, as I said. And it was all done in that third term as they go away with the Bendigo Bank Cup for the second time. And the North Shore Bombers will have to wait until they meet again to have their tilt holding the silverware. All wrapped up here at Gore Hill Oval, round 3 of the AFL Sydney competition. Thanks for joining us on AFL Sydney Live. The margin in the end, 31 points, and it was the Maly Warringah Giants who came away with the victory.
Run away. I don't know what we're doing, so I still don't know we're going to be able to.